Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to a brand new video here on the channel. Today we're going to take a look at an article which came out yesterday and I didn't see it until this morning, and reading it I was a bit like, right, okay then, who are these people? And regarding Dan Wootton. So, where is Dan Wootton? Viewers wonder as alleged threats on newspaper are made. And it goes on, obviously, regarding what he's supposedly been accused of and everything else. Since mid-July 2023, Dan Wootton has been navigating troubled waters. It all started on the 12th of July when Wootton's ex-partner, Alex Truby, published an X-thread revealing that Wootton had been using pseudonyms like Martin Branning in order to catfish colleagues. Truby also said that he found a hard drive with a video of Dan's supposed friends, a Sun employee, having this with his boyfriend. According to Truby, the video made it clear that it was filmed from afar by a hidden camera. Days later, the Barbarian Times released the first article of this series on Dan Wootton. The publication has been investigating the presenter for 3 years. Their articles accused and presented evidence that Wootton was catfishing, harassing and bullying while working at the Sun, which we have gone over on this channel. I will leave the link up here, up by there, and also below for you. But this is not the story that got him removed from GB News. Wootton was suspended on the 27th of September after Laurence Fox's sexist rant on his show. Since then, Wootton has stayed mute. But again, like we've talked about as well, GB News were looking for a reason to get rid of him. Obviously, everything that has come out about him, they basically went, we can't actually sack him for things that he's done in the past because while he's been here, he's been this, he's been that. More than likely been an okay person to everyone. But then we also had the behind the scenes people come out. When all of this was actually made out, obviously, and he was suspended, he was bringing them in biscuits, tea, coffee, something he's never done before. But the article concludes, silence has been Wootton's preferred weapon since the beginning of the scandal that surrounds him. In July, he gave a short statement on his GB News show where he denied all accusations made by Truby and Barbarian Times before keeping silent on the story. Now that he's been suspended from GB News and Mail Online, remember, he's not suspended from Mail Online, he's been fired. Wootton is choosing the same approach. His last activity on Twitter was a tweet apologising after Laurence Fox's controversial words, which Laurence Fox then outed him as saying he knew exactly what I was going to say and he laughed at it. Wootton was an active user of Twitter, posting every single day. Not only is Wootton remaining silent, but so are the tabloids and newspapers. Yes, that is the big thing at this moment in time where myself and many other people, we are actually very pissed off about this because we have seen so many other stories regarding Russell Brand, Hugh Edwards, Philip Schofield, just here in the UK. And we're seeing so many people being accused of things, even if there's police activity as well, and these newspapers are still reporting on it. Why are they still reporting on that when Wootton is like, oh no, you can't talk about me or I'll sue you? No, you're a public figure, Dan. You're in the public interest. You're in the public eye. People want to know what's going on. Since his suspension from GB News, only the Barbarian Times has continued its reporting. On Google News, typing Dan Wootton's name will pull up articles that are 2 weeks old. Exactly. However, viewers of GB News haven't forgotten about him. They're continuously asking about him and attacking the TV channel for its decision to suspend him. These are some of the tweets. Who cares what or how those two think or feel about anything? They have no credibility and neither do you, GB News, after your pathetic firing of Fox and Robinson and the suspension of Dan Wootton. Whoever put that tweet out there obviously sides with Dan Wootton and, oh, it's okay to actually illegally film someone. That's what the thing is. They're okay with fraud. They're okay with bullying. They're okay with harassment and everything else. They're fine with that. Same as this person. GB News, where's Dan Wootton? Call yourself the People's Channel. Don't make me laugh. They're not the People's Channel. The people who watch him are literally the same as Dan Wootton and everyone else, in my eyes. Dan Wootton, when are you coming back to GB News? The 9 o'clock slot is not the same without you. Please come back soon. And then another one, GB News, will Dan Wootton be on air tomorrow? I don't think so. But then you got this by here where they're going on regarding the future and the threats that Wootton and his team have currently done. Even though Wootton is remaining silent, it appears that his legal team isn't since his departure from GB News on the 27th of September. It is reported that publications, The Guardian, The Mirror, The Daily Star, they have removed their articles about the presenter after receiving threats from his lawyers. To me, that just shows everything that this guy has done is like, why are you trying to silence people, mate? If you're innocent, you're innocent. You have nothing to hide, you know? And you want to go on here saying that, you know, if the people should know everything. So come on then, you hypocrite. You know, why can't people know about you? And then obviously October 4th, the Berlin Times reported that newspapers weren't the only ones receiving these legal threats. At least 2 individuals with substantial followings on Twitter received the following warning from Wootton's legal firm, where they basically said, if you don't take this down and apologise to our client, which he has to sign off on, we'll think about letting you go. That's exactly what it is, and it's just so funny. But it says by here as well, the threats that take publications to court have not stopped the Berlin Times from publishing, and even though Wootton remains silent, many do wonder what will happen next. So far, not much is known. We can only say for certain that Wootton is suspended from both his jobs. No, Mail Online, he's been fired. And remember now, this article came out yesterday. Yesterday. You know? So it's almost like, oh, right, so you're saying he hasn't been fired, but he has. We know he has, we've seen it. But it goes on to say that the police are investigating the claims against him, which is very interesting, and obviously got by here as well. The return, the former place of employment, ITV, is not likely to want him back. No, the ITV got rid of him. They dropped him like a hot coal because of what he turned out to be. I'm bigger than everyone. I should have a co-presenting slot. No, sorry. People watch Lorraine for Lorraine, not for damn Wootton. That's what it was. But that's what we got, guys. And we've shown you as well over the weekend. We had so many things coming in as well where his actual firing from GB News is currently being held up by legal matters. Like we said, more than likely it's to do with payment. If he gets fired, certain things around. If he gets fired for this, he still gets money. If he gets fired for this, he gets nothing. And all that kind of stuff. Which his lawyers probably put all that in there for him because they knew something like this would probably happen in the future. And it did. But let me know what you think about this down below, folks. What do you think is going to happen with all this? Should these newspapers continue to stay silent? Or should they actually start, releasing all these articles that they've taken down regarding Wootton? Because, again, it's one rule for him and one rule for everyone else. Everyone else they keep reporting on, no matter what's going on with them, even if the police are involved. But with Wootton, I'm going to sue you because you're telling people the truth. Okay, we won't put you out an article about you. No, sorry. It doesn't work like that, Dan. If you are new, please like and subscribe, do all that usual lovely stuff that you do, and I'll see you all later.